What is something that is universally a D move? Making plans with someone and then telling them you can't make it 30 minutes after the agreed upon time. Breaking up with someone right after having sex with them. You have your turn signal on in a crowded parking lot, indicating that you're about to take an open parking space. But before you can pull in, a driver coming in the opposite direction, without blinkers on, pulls in ahead of you, denying you the space and aggressively taking it for himself. When someone cuts in line. Trying to squeeze in behind a merging car and screw up the zipper formation while merging. I'm not sure the word for it, but doing that thing where people always invalidate your feelings by one-upping with their own. Like, you think your job is stressful? Try having my job. You're proud of something your kid did today? My kid did something even better last year. You're not feeling well? Well, I've been sick 4 weeks and haven't taken a single day off, comma. Taking up 2 parking spaces. I mean, come on dude. Being nonchalant or putting down somebody who excitedly tells you about their accomplishment or work or whatever. Treating waiters waitresses like it. Whistling to retail workers to get their attention. We have an older guy that does this and thinks it's hilarious. I absolutely refuse to serve him and my co-worker has gone off about it before. Like seriously, we're not your dogs. Duck off. Parking space theft when someone is clearly sitting there waiting for it. Sending D pics not asked for. Hitting on your friend's romantic partners. Leaving a shopping cart in a parking space. Swerving between different lanes without signaling so you can get to your destination faster. Blocking a doorway or a path so someone has to try squeeze past. It's not a power move, it just makes them look like a D. Littering. You're ducking up our beautiful world, you lazy, disgusting, entitled brat. Moving your D. Deleting your son's 1-year-old Minecraft world because he didn't wake up in time. Not offering a tampon to a sister in need. It's an internationally agreed rule. If she says duck in the bathroom, you ask if she needs one. Period. Ducking your sibling's partner. Playing music so loud that your neighbors can hear it, especially in the middle of the night. When people only come around or hit you up when they need something. Ghosting someone in a relationship. Not cleaning up after yourself in communal places like public toilets. It's really not that hard to pick up that toilet brush and send your sticky it on its merry way. The worst example of this though, I lived in a housing for students by uni. I guess most of the people there were pampered to hell and back because they could not clean up after themselves for it. I am talking about eating a chicken and leaving the bones in the sink with a garbage bin but a couple of meters away. Parking in a handicapped spot because you will only be a minute. Getting upset about wearing masks. Ditching your friend to hang out with someone else. Parking your car on someone's sandwich. Not cleaning up your stuff after eating at a fast food place, but it's their job. It's just a itty thing to do. Putting your bag on the seat next to you in a busy train, subway, bus. Can't believe I have to say this, but stopping and waiting on traffic before merging onto the interstate. Hitting on someone else's interests. Wronging an old person or someone handling a bad time. Like, come on man. Whistling, clicking at wait staff. Queue jumping. Not returning your shopping trolley to the corral. Going to a house party with no alcohol of your own and just picking up a can without asking. You people know who you are. People that interrupt an employee actively helping someone and say, I just have a quick question. Making your friends look bad just so you can look cool in front of girls. Leaving a shopping cart at the very end of a parking lot. Coming into a grocery store when we close in less than 5 minutes and expect to get a full cart's worth of groceries. To those that do this, you see the sign before you walk in. Don't act surprised when we tell you that's enough and to go to checkout. Abandoning a man. Using his own portal gun. At least in bird culture. Letting your dog run off leash in a leash required area. You don't know if other people's dogs don't like this, or if it could approach someone with dog fears and cause an incident that could penalize responsible dog parents. Lying to a partner or friend. Leaving chewed gum stuck to things. Letting your kids run wild and excusing their behavior with kids will be kids. Ha ha ha. Punishing your child by destroying an object of theirs that they bought with their own money instead of taking their privileges away. I think being rude to a retail worker or a waiter is a huge D move. Being rude to anybody who's just doing their job for no reason isn't acceptable to me. Washing your windshield when there is a motorcycle behind you. Making a political argument, then saying that your politics are personal. Cheating. I found out I got cheated on last week and I forgot how it makes you feel. I don't get how you can lie to someone you care about and then just be a human trash bag. If you cheat, you're the lowest of the low. Talking on speakerphone in a very public place. When someone asks you a question, then go and ask another person the exact same question for verification. If you can't believe what I'm saying, then don't ask me anything. When your recent ex changes the Netflix password that you pay for. Not waving, smiling or saying hello to someone who just said hello to you first. Dating a fellow brother's girlfriend, or vice versa. Brake checking and texting while driving. Edit. Made some people upset using the incorrect brake and by pointing out a D-ish thing they do. Apartment building dwellers who don't leave their garbage bags in the proper place. I've seen people just leave bags out in the hallway and one occasion a lady who used to dump a garbage bag out the window down to the garage below. Eating the last slice of pizza when you didn't buy it. Raising rent during a worldwide pandemic. Edit. First silver. Thank you. Leaving your dog sit on the ground and not picking it up with a bag. All Rick's moves are considered D moves. Passing the entire line of cars waiting on the off-ramp in traffic and then dipping in at the last second. Not putting your shopping cart away, leaving it in the middle of the parking lot or blocking a space. Punching someone in the D. Asking kids stupid questions that are clearly uncomfortable. Hey champ, how's school? Fine. Got lots of girlfriends? No. Why not? Kid shrugs shoulders. A lot of the reason I hate talking to people now. Not saying thank you when someone holds the door open for you. Hanging toilet paper with the open end in back. Flirting with your best friend's ex. Announcing anything at a wedding that isn't your own. No engagements or proposals or baby announcements. This isn't the time. Honking at the person in front of you to move 0.00043 seconds after the light turned green. Not saying thank you after I opened the door for you. Went from feeling like a gentleman to a servant in less than a minute. Asking someone who is not talking in a group conversation, why are you so quiet? Moving the YouTube comments section. Putting your D where it doesn't belong. By far the number one universal D move is taking up 2 parking bays because you either can't park or you're afraid to get your car scratched. As a man, adjusting yourself through your trousers while out in public. Raising your hand during a class discussion and saying I think, insert quiet person, has something to say to draw unwanted attention to them and reap pleasure from their discomfort. I say this as someone who is guilty of it. Commenting on someone's weight, unless they are a danger to themselves. Never comment on weight. I don't care if they are thin or overweight. You don't say jacket. Pressuring your friend to break up with their guy girl and then moving in on the ex. Hitting on someone at their job. IDC what gender you are. Just don't. Someone acting like a comedian in front of the girl you like, your girlfriend. Talking about yourself in a way that one-ups the person telling you something they're proud of, instead of being happy for them. Red flag in any relationship, that's for sure. That yanking handshake that Trump does. Coughing on someone when they are crossing or walking around. Seriously, don't do this. I've seen so many people thinking it's funny or doing it for TikTok. A person that gets in the 12 items or less line with a cart full of groceries. And worse, when the cashier refuses to enforce it, I would have no problem telling them they are in the wrong line loudly. 2 similar ones. Saying I have OCD when you ducking don't. It's an insult to everyone who actually does have it. Saying I'm dyslexic when you ducking aren't. Just admit you can't spell. It's not as big a deal as being a lying, belittling cunt. Not reloading the toilet paper roll. Next poor soul that comes along is gonna have a shitty time. Getting political for no reason. There's always one person that does this in any public setting and it's always so annoying and unnecessary. Talking behind your back. Methodica, just say it to my face. Deleting your son's Minecraft world he worked on for a year. When the teacher professor forgets about an overnight assignment and that one student reminds them. Letting someone win and being proud of yourself for it, when the person clearly knew you let them win. It's like pitying and shaming the person at the same time. Blaming low-ranking employees for issues that are far above their control. For the last time, I know that you don't want to pay almost $20 for your popcorn and drink, but I've heard the exact same comment from everyone else I've served today, and telling me it's outrageous isn't going to solve anything. Sleeping with your friend's ex. Proposing to your significant other at someone else's wedding. Cutting a line. If it's okay in your country, then your country is a D. Driving the speed limit in the fast lane and merging onto a freeway slower than traffic is going in the slow lane. Interrupting your friend when they are talking to a guy, girl, flirting, etc. Not holding the door open for the person behind you. In California, specifically Los Angeles, when people go into the right turn lane when it's red and gas it when it turns green to cut you off. Provoking people in front of their children. Complaining if someone gifts you something you already own. Graciously accept their generosity and express your gratitude that they went to the effort to try to do something to make you happy. Don't bring up that you already have it. It makes people feel bad. And even if you bring it up with good intentions, it's still hurtful and should be something you consider in private. Judging people for doing something before you know why. When you ask someone how are you doing, and they only respond with good and don't follow up with how you're doing. Licking all the coins before you hand them to the customer for their change. Super gluing it to so you can't use them. Parking in more than one space. Getting on public transport first even though you was last one there and they are elderly disabled parents with prams there first. Disregarding someone for their race, gender, sexual orientation, disabled or elderly. BMW Audi drivers who think they are above the law. Whining about your problems to call center workers. We have to keep our calls short because our performance depends on it. We either can or cannot do what you asked us for. You going on and on about it rarely changes it. In fact, we get less and less motivated about it. Call us. Tell us what the issue is. Give us relevant data. That's it. We have to be nice to you even if it kills us inside when you are rude, racist or plain abusive. Ignoring your homies at a party because someone invited a cute girl. Watching a Scarlett Johansson movie. An erection. It's only a D move. Farting in an elevator right before you step off. Being in a group project and doing so little that eventually only one person is doing all of the work. Overall, entitlement and treating someone like you are better than them. Go to second to avoid being hit by a blow shell in Mario Kart. CCing every man and his dog into an petty email.